Alrighty then. So let's read this. I'm mad that you let your son go through this. Now we're talking about alcohol use disorder, and this particular comment has to do with occasion when my wife was under house arrest several years before she passed away. I think it was her third and fourth DUI, and the police came in to spot check. And I was in my bathrobe. It was 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday. They came in to spot check to make sure Amanda wasn't drinking and that everything was kosher. They had to pull my son out of his bed. They had to pull my wife out of her bed, and we all sat in the living room in our morning clothes. It was embarrassing, and it was one episode that I really hated, and I was very angry at my wife for putting myself and our son through this. Now, I'm mad at you for letting your son go through this, like I had any control over any of this. And you have to understand, this is a mental health disease, and to think that family members have some control over the situation of someone who does put themselves in harm's way, like my wife did. Unfortunately, she was struggling with this disease on many, many fronts. To blame that on family is not only grotesquely wrong, it's something that just simply must stop, and it's something that needs to stop on this page. And really, you have to have an education and understanding of what's going on with the disease. First thing you got to do is stop blaming the family and stop getting rid of the blame game entirely. And I'm going to continue with that line of thought. So when it comes to alcohol use disorder, the blame game, it needs to be eradicated. There is no blame. You can't blame family members for someone's disease. If you have someone in your life that has heart disease or cancer, do you blame the family for that person's disease? Okay, people don't blame the person for getting cancer, and yet maybe they smoked 5 packs of cigarettes a day. But they don't blame the family. They don't even blame the person who smoked the 5 packs. Why is alcohol in such a different category where everybody must be force blame upon somebody? Somebody's got to be responsible. It's not the family. Let's get that established right off. And on that note, I totally disagree with this whole notion that we shouldn't expose our children to life. I mean, life happens, things happen to adults, and children are exposed to it. Sometimes it's not the prettiest thing, but I think we need to raise our children not to be exposed and live in this world of rose-colored glasses. Everything is hunky-dory until we're 21, and then you become an adult. No, I think we need to prepare our children and expose them to the realities of the world. And I think the sooner the better. I mean, he was 15, 16 years old at the time. I mean, he wasn't a baby. Okay, and I think it's perfectly fine. He also had me. He had one strong, good parent, to be honest with you. And as a result, he doesn't drink. He's become a very good person. It didn't hurt him in any way, shape, or form. I think it hurt the way he felt about his mother. And I can't, you can't take somebody away from that. And his mother really didn't live with us the whole lot the last 5-6 years of her life, because she was either in jail, incarcerated, in a rehab facility, in a detox, or somewhere in between, an emergency, or she just disappeared sometimes. So, I mean, it's just part of life. And to say that it was, my responsibility to take him out of that environment is ridiculous. I think it helped him, as part of his life, and made him a better person. I totally disregard this comment in every way, shape, and form. So really, to sum up, we grow by the challenges that we have in life, and that doesn't start at 21 or when we're adults. That starts when we're children. And the more challenges that we have, quite often, the greater the person we become. Okay, if everything is simple and handed to us, and we are not exposed to anything really difficult in our lives, then we're not really going to grow as a person. And I really hope that matters. On that note, again, the memoir, these stories and so much more are in Amanda, A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism. Link is in the Linktree, international, and the usual ways, Amazon and on my website. You can get it anywhere in the world. And again, I have the coaching program, set up a breakthrough call. Again, link is in the Linktree. It takes about 45 minutes or so. We do a deep dive into what's going on with you in your life. The call is free. The course is definitely not. But I'm looking for people who want to change their lives and the lives of their family forever. And again, thanks so much for listening.